Kristen with Simply a Stewart, and I'm back today with another grocery haul. I haven't done an Aldi haul in a little while. We just did a big Costco run about 2 weeks ago. And I don't want to say we went over budget, but we spent quite a bit. It was our biggest haul. So if you haven't seen that video, I will link it down in the description. You guys can go check it out. But since we got a huge haul, I really didn't pick up a whole lot. We've been living mostly off our haul, off some of our freezer items, and then off of the rest of our harvest. We're finishing up our garden right now. So this was the first big haul I did. I do mostly shop at Aldi, but I did stop at my local grocery store and pick up a few things. And so I'm just going to tag those on at the end and I will show you. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you what we got today. So this is what we got today. And I will start over here. This, all of this produce came from Aldi today. I got 2 packs of the mushrooms. We just ran out of the big pack of mushrooms that we got from Costco. And so I wanted to use these. I will use one in a meal we're making this week. And the second one, I will go ahead and I will just fry up probably with some chicken and some spinach for myself for lunch next week. What I do when I make it for a meal for dinner, sometimes we use just the mushrooms, but this week I will be grinding it up in my food processor and mixing it in with the ground beef to make it go a little bit further and to sneak some extra different vegetables in for my kids because they don't like a huge variety. They like vegetables, but they like the same things over and over again. So that helps with cost, and it also helps to get some different nutrients in with them. I grabbed a couple bananas. I'm going to use the rest of bananas in my fridge for baking this week. My kids don't really eat bananas. One of them eats on occasion, and I eat them sometimes, so I didn't buy any because, as you can see, we have a decent bit of fruit here. And so these will just be for baking probably next week, but I like to get them picked up, and then they can go ahead and start kind of turning to brown for me for my baking needs. And then I bought 2 bags of apples here. We go through between 2 and 4 bags of apples a week. This is one of our main snacks for the kids. I will keep them in a fruit bowl on the table, or my husband will take them to work, and so we go through quite a bit of these. And so I grabbed 2 bags because we still actually have about a bag and a half. We picked up a little bit of fruit on Monday, just like literally 2 or 3 things on Monday when we were out shopping at our consignments. On the way home, I'm sorry, not shopping, on the way home from picking up our stuff from consignment because they had a consignment sale. And so I had a bag and a half left over from that when we had stopped. So I just picked up the 2 bags this week. Sorry, that was a long explanation, but 2 bags of apples. We have 2 pineapples back there, and those I usually cut up, and my kiddos eat that with their breakfast in the mornings. I have, back here I have some plums. When we had picked up apples, they only had the 2 bags, and that was all the apples we had picked up. So I had picked up a bag of plums for my oldest so that she could eat those instead. And I found out that all of my kids' tastes have changed, and they now all like plums. So this week we did go ahead and pick up a bag of plums as well for everybody. And then the mandarins were on sale here. They were, I don't remember if they were $2.49 or $2.99 for a bag. So we went ahead and we picked up 2 of those. Those are a really quick go-to snack. We can grab them easily and take them with us. I don't have to worry about if they've been cleaned like the apples. And my kids just love them. Anytime they're hungry, I just literally say, go grab an orange. So we keep these on hand quite a bit. And then we got a thing of grapes. When we stopped on Monday, grapes were one of the things I wanted to pick up. And they didn't have, I think they had like 3 of these. And everything else was non-organic. And these, they were moldy. They were like all, you turned them upside down to check them, and they were disgusting on the bottom. So we didn't pick any up. So my kids are really missing their grapes right now. And soon organic grapes won't be able to be found around here again. So I went ahead and picked one of those up. And then we got a bag of these little organic potatoes. We will use these for dinner this coming week. We just boil them and smash them down and put some olive oil and seasoning over them. And my kids just eat those up. So we will use those for dinner one night. And then we got a bag of red potatoes here. So my husband will use those for lunch this week with some sausages we have in the freezer, as well as we will have them for dinner one night. And then onto the non-produce, we have a pound of ground beef here. And then we use this to supplement our deer meat. We do hunt and butcher our own deer, so we're able to use that quite a bit, but we're running low, so we pick this up depending on what meals we're making. And so I will use this with the mushrooms for dinner one night this week. And they still have these. I had gone last week and I thought they didn't have them anymore, but I found them today in a different section. And they had them more over with the seasonal stuff and moved out of the actual hot dog area. And so I don't know if this will be a special buy, if they will keep it, or if it's done for the season. But I've been picking them up, at least 2 of them, every time I see them, because they're the best we can find around here and the cleanest, and I never know if they'll be gone. So I've just been storing them in our freezer for now. And then we will be making a spaghetti bake this week, and so we'll be using this. This is one of the what they call like the standard American diet meals that we had, the sad meals we had before, and we've kind of transformed instead of just completely getting rid of it, because it was one of my kids' favorites. We would do like a spaghetti with meat in it, which we'll use our deer meat, and then pepperoni and cheese and different things, and bake it in the oven. We did get rid of all of our gluten noodles. We don't do a lot of grains, but we do some rice and quinoa. We also do some oats, as you'll see in a minute, and we do some organic corn. And none of those are done on a daily basis, but we do incorporate those. Anything with gluten in it, we do not use. So we picked this up for that. We tried those, last month, because we only do this once a month. And my kids really like these noodles. They were the best thing we found comparable to what they had been used to. So we went ahead and got those again. And then back here, as I mentioned, we do the oats. I have not tried making granola on my own yet. If you guys have a recipe, I would love to hear what works for you. I need to start making granola on my own, but for now we've been using these. My kids top their yogurt that we made with them. We've had some, it lasts us quite a bit, but we are out, and so we went ahead and picked up a bag of each for them, because that is often a bedtime snack for them. So we picked those up for anybody who is interested. Let me see if I can find the ingredients. So they're not terrible, but I'm sure I could do better if I was making my own. The only thing I really disagree with for our diets is the canola oil, so I would really much rather not use that. Because it is non-GMO canola, I feel a little better, and that's why we have stuck to using this until I'm able to figure out how to make something better instead of just getting rid of it. So then we got this ketchup, our organic ketchup. It's our favorite. We use that a lot. So we bought one of those. We picked up one of these, which if you watch my hauls, you know we usually make smoothies on Smoothie Friday, and this is my son's favorite, so we always keep this with us. And then we got a bag of chicken because we were running low on our chicken. So we just keep these in the freezer. We're able to toss 1 or 2 in, or 3, just depends on what our needs are at the moment or what our dinner is individually. And I don't have to open a whole bag of chicken every time. Sometimes like we'll have leftovers and my husband won't like what's for leftovers. Like for instance, we eat a lot of sweet potato pizza and my kids love that, but my husband doesn't. So I can pop 1 or 2 of these in the oven and he can use them, or I'll make chicken tenders. I bread these and we use them instead of like chicken nuggets or anything. So, and then we got these 2 kombuchas. We try to keep a kombucha on hand pretty much for everybody, and we just kind of sip on it as we go and just keep the probiotics flowing. So my one daughter loves gingerberry, and she's the only one who is out of kombucha, so we picked that one up because I found it, I think it was like $2.89 at Aldi, and they're like $3.99 at my grocery store. So, and then we saw this one, and they really wanted to try it. Anytime there's a new one out, they always want to try it. And I'm happy when they want to try things that are good for them, that are new. So I said, okay. So we went ahead and we picked this one up too. And we'll see if they like it. If you guys have tried this one, can you guys drop a comment down below and let me know if you guys like it or you don't? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And then these are the things that I picked up right here from my local grocer. I got a set of baby spinach. I have been so disappointed with the spinach at Aldi. It seems like every time I've got it, it's been gross. You get it home and you open it and it smells spoiled already. I had taken a break and not bought it there for probably almost a month now, and I thought that I would pick some up on Monday. That was the first thing I picked up out of the few things that I got. I got home and I went to use it for eggs the next day, and it just smelled so terrible that I just couldn't handle it. So I was so disappointed. So I was not buying more spinach at Aldi. I just can't make the trip back there, and I can't waste the money. So I went ahead and I picked this up at my local grocer. It's a little more expensive by like $1, but it's always good. I'm never throwing my money away. And we always get to use it. It seems like it might last a little longer too. So I did pick that up. And then this is pepperoni. This will be for the spaghetti bake that we make this week. And then whatever is left over, we will use on Friday. We are going to like a homeschooling picnic. And so I will make homemade Lunchables. So I will pull turkey out from our Costco haul out of the freezer and thaw it out. And then whoever can have turkey and or pepperoni in their Lunchables. And then I picked up 2 of these. Again, I have not been able to replace these. I've tried to replace just about everything, but I've not found something that we like in place of this. So if you guys have like a taco sauce that is more paleo friendly, I would love to hear it. If you guys could drop a comment down below and let me know where to find it. But we're on a little bit of a tighter budget at the moment, and I can't just throw money away on things that I don't know will be good, I guess. And so I, with the exception of that, because somebody will drink that. I will drink it if the kids won't, and that's why I got it. So I have not tried to make taco sauce yet. So I picked up 2 of these in the meantime. They're not organic by any means. And, you know, they're cornstarch in there with not being organic, not my favorite thing by any means. So seriously, if you have one that you know of and can drop it down below, I would really appreciate that. But until then, we have 2 of those. And then the very last thing we got was a zucchini. This is locally grown, and it has like the farms listed and everything, so I know where it comes from. And so I felt comfortable buying this. Zucchini is very highly genetically modified, so I don't usually buy zucchini when we are out at the grocery store for any reason, but I did feel a little more comfortable that it was listed with the organic farms and whatnot there. So I did go ahead and pick this up. Our zucchini got squash bugs, unfortunately, about the beginning of August or end of July, and so we haven't had any to harvest since then. We did have a lot that I was able to freeze, and so we still have a ton in the freezer, but I've been trying not to use all of it because we will use it all year round as zucchini bread that we eat every week that I make. So my kids wanted zucchini pizza tonight, and so that's why we went ahead and we picked this one up. So that is what we got this week. We don't have a huge harvest left, so our produce will have to increase over the next few weeks, unfortunately. But we were able to save a little bit of money this time by still having a little bit in the garden. We did spend about $100 this week, and that does include a trip to the farmer where we got about 10 dozen eggs. So we will be pretty stocked up for the week and eating healthy, as you can see, for a family of 6 on a pretty decent budget. So if you guys like these kind of videos, please hit that thumbs up down below. And if you are new here, I would love if you would subscribe and stick around. We'll see you next time.